Good morning, everyone. Okay, so put your hand up if whenever you make your cereal, you normally put your milk in before the cereal. If you were to do this in our country, Aller, it would be considered a federal crime with some pretty serious consequences. So first, we have a little introduction of the country. We decided to name it Aller because it takes the first letter of each of our home countries. A for America, L for Libya, L for Lebanon, and R for Rwanda. Aller is 80 miles in circumference, which means that it's 80 miles around the whole outside of the island. The population of our country is about 26,000 people. Our capital city is named Big City. One reason why our country is so popular among other countries is because of its ports. Our ports are very popular because of our central location between North America and Europe. Here is a picture of Aller before it was populated and before any sort of infrastructure or buildings came along. One tradition that is very important to us is the Aller dance, which is normally done at weddings or very special events, and it originated from Rwanda. Here's a video of what the Aller dance would look like at a wedding. here are a couple more of our traditions. One tradition that we have had for a very long time is that once a boy turns 19, he has to swim around the whole entire island before he can be considered a man. He has to complete this task before he can get married. Also, today is National Honor Day, October 28th. So congratulations, you're celebrating the first National Honor Day. Typically, when there is a funeral, the family usually composes a song in remembrance of the family member who has recently passed away. Music is a very important thing in our culture, so that is why it's important that it's incorporated into every aspect of life and even death. This is a little bit of a more common tradition, but when you are greeting someone, especially an elder, it's very disrespectful to use your left hand, so just use your right hand.
I'm going to talk about common food that will be available on our island. There will be many different types of fruits, like apples, mangoes, bananas, oranges, cherries, berries, all sorts of fruits on our island. And we have some coffee to be exported from different countries all over the world. Like, we'll be exporting mostly from Rwanda, since it's well known to have the most and best coffee all over the world. It's among the best top countries to have the best coffee. There will be different types of meals on our island, mostly popular known dishes from different places. Like, we have different types of meals from different countries, so people who are from different countries can also feel comfortable. We have, for example, couscous, which is a North African dish of small steamed granules, rolled durum, wheat semolina, which is most of the time served with steamed spoon on top. We also have a well-known popular dish in the South United States of America, which is biscuits and gravy, and mostly gravy comes from juices of meat. There's also going to be fried plantains, which is mostly done by frying unripe green plantains, and it's a well-known type of food. It's also in my country and many other countries. It's well known, and it's the best tasty dish.
Hello, I'll be talking about the food. So the first item we have is izombe, which is a Rwandan cuisine. We have hummus, which is Lebanese as well, and fattoush, which is also Lebanese. These are the main cuisines, the most famous cuisines in our country. The Aller flag, the stars and the blue color are from the American flag, and the suns are from the Rwandan flag. The red is from the Lebanese flag, and the greens from the Libyan flag.
Country, there is a lot of rules that cannot be outmoded. In fact, the legal age of marriage is 20 years old. The legal age to drink is 18 years old. In our country, we cannot allow using cars but only bike. Indeed, you can get your biking license at 11. On the other hand, putting milk before the cereal is considered as a federal crime. On the first offense, your dominant hand will be cut off. On the second offense, you will be put on a death row. It's against the law to be racist towards anyone on this island. Everyone is welcome. One Saturday a month is required to do a community service day. Our motto, unity, liberty, and equality for all, and the language we use on this island is the English one. Guys, I wanted to tell you the story of how I almost died because I wanted to smoke. So I was 16 and it was my little brother's anniversary, and all the family decided to go celebrate it in our village. In our village, we cannot also use cars that a lot. There's no cars allowed, only bikes. So we arrived and decided to go camping. We did go camping. we arrived at the spot, we get lunch, and we cut the cake for my little brother and enjoyed the view because it was the sunset. Then I decided to smoke because I was already smoking at 16 years old, and I knew my little cousin also smoked. So I spoke to him and decided to stay at the spot to be able to smoke cigarettes, and without my family knowing. So all my family did go, and we stay, me and my little cousin, we smoke cigarettes, and then when we decided to ride back home, there was the small slope to arrive back home, and I was speeding, so I did brake, but it did not the brake did not catch, so I crashed into electricity pole. When the crash was finished, I didn't realize how it had such a big impact. So I was laying and I see a lot of blood coming out of my head, and I realized that I opened up my head. So I did run back to home. My father saw me and had to take me to the hospital, and I end up with 16 scratches on my head. So this is the story of how I almost died because I wanted to smoke with my cousin. Thank you.
So my role for the country of Allah is that I am the president. One of my duties is keeping the peace with other countries. The best way to do this is to always stay in contact with the other countries around you and to try to meet with their presidents or their leaders that are currently in power. Another important role that I have as president is to create laws and have the people of the country vote on them, whether they want to be in place or not. Another role that I have that sort of goes along with keeping the peace of other countries is to monitor trade between the country of Allah and the countries around us. This is very important because our ports are so popular among the European countries and North America, and sometimes even Africa. Another important role is that I command the armed forces. So I tell them when to go to war, essentially. Hopefully, we will never have to go to war if I do my other duties correctly. And my last important duty is to appoint the mayor. This is not a choice of the people, but it's a choice of the president. This is not something that will be voted on among the people, and it's strictly the president's choice.
I'm also the mayor of the capital city. I oversee all the departments within the city, like the police, maintenance, and human resources. I act as a representative of the city. I make an annual report of the budget, and I also vote council meetings.
I will act as a famous dancer on our island, and I'll be performing classical, modern, and acrobatic dances. I'll be teaching young children our cultural dance, which have been shown above. And I'll be organizing different types of events, both marriage, night events, all programs that will be happening on island. I'll be in charge of organizing them, finding dancers, finding different singers, performing different types of activities during the event. I'll also be in charge to hire dancers that from different countries to learn different styles of dancing, different cultures that will help our island. Thank you.
Christopher's role in our country is that he oversees the Coast Guard, and he is also our main swimming instructor. His most popular job on the island is to train the boys to prepare them for their hour swim around the island. He also protects all of our coasts from danger, This includes keeping it clean, watching over the ports, and making sure everyone is doing their jobs correctly. He also does things like enforcing pool safety rules and teaching children those rules and how to swim. He also helps athletes and other swimmers refine their swimming skills and to get better. Lastly, he protects the environment around the coast, including the reefs and the ports. So I don't know about you guys, but I am already getting sick and tired of the cold weather here in France. So here is a little video of one of the beaches in our country, Aller, so you can enjoy it and hopefully you'll feel a little bit more relaxed, especially because it's midterms.